Hello, viewers. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into a topic that's both intriguing and important, the lesser-known aspects of the ENFP personality type and how they intersect with mental health. ENFPs are often seen as vibrant, creative, and enthusiastic individuals, but just like anyone else, they can face their own set of challenges. In this video, we'll be exploring the hidden dimensions of the ENFP personality, shedding light on some of the mental health issues they might be more susceptible to due to their unique traits and tendencies. From anxiety to burnout, self-esteem struggles to possible eating disorders, we'll discuss a range of mental health challenges that could impact ENFPs. Our aim is to provide insight, understanding, and awareness about these potential issues, not just for ENFPs themselves but for anyone who wants to learn more about the complex interplay between personality and mental well-being. So, whether you're an ENFP looking to better understand yourself or someone interested in gaining insight into the inner world of these fascinating individuals, you're in the right place. Remember, this video is intended to start a conversation, to create a space where we can explore and learn together. Before we dive in, though, a friendly reminder that mental health is a serious topic, and if you or someone you know is struggling, seeking professional help is crucial. With that said, let's embark on this journey to uncover the intriguing aspects of the ENFP personality and their potential impact on mental health. Emotional roller coaster. ENFPs are known for their intense emotions, but their emotional state can be quite volatile. They might experience sudden shifts in mood and struggle to maintain emotional stability, leading to difficulties in managing stress and coping with challenges. Indecisiveness and overthinking. ENFP's tendency to explore multiple options and possibilities can sometimes lead to indecisiveness. They might get caught in a cycle of overthinking and analyzing every choice, which can make it difficult for them to make concrete decisions. Idealistic discontent. ENFPs have high ideals and are driven by a desire to make the world a better place. However, this can lead to feelings of frustration and discontent when they realize that reality often falls short of their expectations. This disillusionment can sometimes lead to feelings of cynicism or hopelessness. Difficulty with routine and structure. ENFPs often struggle with mundane tasks and routine activities. They might find it challenging to stick to schedules, follow through on commitments, and complete tasks that they find uninteresting or repetitive. Overcommitting and burnout. ENFPs' enthusiasm and desire to help others can lead them to take on too much, often overcommitting themselves. This can result in burnout as they stretch themselves thin trying to fulfill their various commitments and projects. Lack of focus. ENFP's curiosity and interest in exploring different ideas can sometimes lead to a lack of focus. They might jump from one project to another without fully completing any of them, which can hinder their ability to achieve their goals. Sensitive to criticism. Despite their outgoing and confident exterior, ENFPs can be quite sensitive to criticism. Negative feedback or perceived rejection can deeply affect their self-esteem and lead to self-doubt. Avoiding conflict. ENFPs typically value harmony and positive interactions, and as a result, they may avoid confrontations or difficult conversations. This avoidance can lead to unresolved issues and a buildup of resentment over time. Impulsivity. ENFP's spontaneity and desire for novelty can sometimes lead to impulsive decisions. They might rush into situations without fully considering the consequences, which can result in problems down the line. Difficulty with long-term commitments. ENFPs can struggle with committing to long-term plans, whether in relationships, career paths, or other life decisions. Their fear of missing out on new opportunities can make it challenging for them to fully commit and invest in a single path. Procrastination. ENFP's preference for novel experiences and aversion to routine tasks can lead to procrastination. They might put off important responsibilities in favor of more exciting and interesting activities, which can hinder their productivity and create unnecessary stress. Struggle with boundaries. ENFP's natural empathy and desire to connect with others can sometimes make it difficult for them to establish and maintain personal boundaries. They might find themselves overextending to help others, even at the expense of their own well-being. Self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Despite their outgoing and confident appearance, ENFPs might struggle with self-doubt and imposter syndrome. They might question their own abilities and feel like they're not living up to their potential, even when they're achieving great things. Escapism. When faced with stress or negative emotions, ENFPs might resort to escapism, whether through daydreaming, excessive entertainment, or other distractions. While this can provide temporary relief, it can also prevent them from addressing underlying issues. Inconsistent follow-through. ENFP's enthusiasm for starting new projects can sometimes overshadow their ability to finish what they've started. They might lose interest or momentum as a project progresses, leaving a trail of unfinished endeavors. Seeking validation. ENFP's need for affirmation and acceptance from others can sometimes lead to seeking validation in unhealthy ways. They might prioritize others' opinions over their own feelings and needs, which can make them vulnerable to manipulation or toxic relationships. Over-optimism. While optimism is generally a positive trait, ENFP's tendency to see the positive side of everything can sometimes lead to unrealistic expectations. They might overlook potential pitfalls and underestimate challenges, setting themselves up for disappointment. Difficulty handling criticism. ENFP's sensitivity to criticism can extend to an inability to provide constructive criticism to others. They might struggle to give honest feedback, fearing it could hurt the other person's feelings, which can hinder their personal and professional growth. Impatience. ENFP's eagerness for excitement and change can lead to impatience with slower-moving processes or people. They might struggle to wait for things to develop naturally, which can create tension in relationships and situations. Difficulty with structure. ENFPs often thrive in open-ended, creative environments, but they might struggle in situations that require strict structure and adherence to rules. This can lead to frustration and a sense of being stifled. Overanalyzing relationships. ENFP's deep emotional connections can sometimes lead them to overanalyze their relationships. They might constantly question the feelings and intentions of others, which can create unnecessary doubt and strain on the relationship. Fear of conformity. ENFPs value their individuality and might resist conforming to societal norms or expectations. While this can be empowering, it might also lead to isolation or difficulty fitting in with certain groups. Tendency to avoid details. ENFPs often focus on the big picture and enjoy conceptual thinking. However, this can sometimes result in neglecting important details, which can lead to misunderstandings or errors in their work. Difficulty accepting negative emotions. ENFPs might struggle to accept and process negative emotions such as anger, sadness, or frustration. They might try to avoid or suppress these feelings, which can hinder their emotional growth. Inclination toward drama. ENFP's intense emotions and flair for the dramatic can sometimes lead to unintentional conflicts or misunderstandings. They might inadvertently escalate situations due to their expressive nature. Impatience with routine tasks. ENFP's tendency to seek novelty and excitement can lead to impatience when it to routine, repetitive tasks. They might rush through these tasks, leading to errors or overlooking important details. Difficulty saying no. ENFP's desire to help and please others can make it hard for them to say no, even when they're overwhelmed or don't have the capacity to take on more. This can lead to overcommitment and stress. Fleeting interests. ENFP's enthusiasm for new ideas and experiences can result in them quickly losing interest in something they were once passionate about. This pattern can make it challenging to develop expertise or see projects through to completion. Struggle with structure and organization. ENFPs might find it challenging to establish and maintain organized systems in their personal and professional lives. This can lead to missed deadlines, forgotten commitments, and a sense of chaos. Becoming easily bored. ENFPs' constant need for stimulation and variety can make them prone to boredom in situations that lack novelty. This can lead to restlessness and a tendency to seek out new experiences even when it's not appropriate. Vulnerability to overwhelming emotions. ENFPs' strong emotions can sometimes overwhelm them, leading to emotional outbursts or reactions that they later regret. Learning to manage and regulate their emotions can be a crucial growth area. Impulsive decision-making. ENFPs' spontaneous nature can lead them to make decisions without fully considering the potential consequences. This impulsiveness can result in choices that they later wish they hadn't made. Perfectionism and self-criticism. ENFP's idealism can sometimes manifest as perfectionism, where they set extremely high standards for themselves and become overly self-critical when they feel they're not meeting those standards. Inconsistent communication. ENFP's tendency to be inspired by the moment can lead to inconsistency in their communication. They might be enthusiastic and communicative one day, and then withdraw or become less responsive the next. ENFPs, like individuals of any personality type, can experience a range of mental health challenges. It's important to note that mental health problems can affect anyone regardless of their personality type. Here are some mental health issues that ENFPs might be more susceptible to due to their unique traits and tendencies. Anxiety disorders. ENFPs' tendency to overthink, imagine various scenarios, and be sensitive to potential negative outcomes can make them prone to anxiety. Generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, and panic disorder are examples of anxiety disorders that ENFPs might be more susceptible to. Depression. ENFPs' strong emotions and idealism can make them vulnerable to periods of sadness or depression, especially when they face disappointments or when their high expectations are not met. Their emotional sensitivity can also make them prone to experiencing the lows of depression deeply. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. ENFPs can struggle with maintaining focus and organization, which are characteristics shared with ADHD. This can lead to difficulties in completing tasks, following through on commitments, and managing time effectively. Bipolar disorder. ENFPs' natural enthusiasm and energy can sometimes be disrupted by periods of depression or heightened mood, mania or hypomania, which are features of bipolar disorder. The cycling between these extremes can be challenging to manage. Borderline personality disorder, BPD. ENFPs' intense emotions and fear of abandonment could make them more susceptible to BPD. Their fluctuating self-image and emotional volatility might align with some aspects of this disorder. Self-esteem issues. ENFPs' sensitivity to criticism and their tendency to seek validation from others might make them susceptible to self-esteem issues. Perceived failures or rejection can deeply impact their self-worth. Eating disorders. ENFPs' perfectionism, sensitivity to societal expectations, and focus on their own identity can contribute to body image issues and eating disorders. They might strive for an idealized version of themselves that's difficult to achieve. Substance abuse. ENFPs might be drawn to using substances as a way to cope with their intense emotions or to seek novel experiences. Their impulsivity and desire for excitement could make them more vulnerable to substance misuse. If you liked this video, hit subscribe to get more. Thanks for watching.